Hey guys, and welcome to my video review of Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Tankor. Now this is the Tankor that comes from the Beast Wars / Beast Machines era. So he's not G1, but it's still good. The Beast era was really awesome, and I'm glad to see more figures from that era being made, such as, Rhinox, Waspinator, all of them. Tankor is definitely one of the cool ones. He's a very simple figure, but he has a lot of cool stuff packed into him, and I like that. First thing, let's just go ahead and get done with the cannon. It's a push to fire. You just kind of push the gray bit back and it fires. Nothing too fancy, but it is his cannon, and Tankor has that. He's a fighting machine. Come on, go in there. Is it in there already? Yeah, I did get it. Oh, okay. There we go. Pretty simple. It just kind of sticks out a bit. So whatever. I actually kind of like the way it looks without it more, but I am going to leave it in there, just because otherwise I'll probably lose the missile. Anyways, enough about the missile launcher. The vehicle mode itself, let's get a size comparison, just so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. It's actually pretty big in vehicle mode. This is a typical deluxe. He's a little bit wider than your typical deluxe, and he's a little bit longer, and he also has the cannon. And he's pretty full. He doesn't have any really hollow parts or anything. So he's a good-sized deluxe. He's got a little bit of heft to him, at least in his vehicle mode. His robot mode, a little bit less so, but I'll get to that later. Cool robot mode. He has these wheels on the bottom. He has two on each side of the front, and then a little one in the center towards the back. So that allows him to roll around. But because there's only one in the back, it is a little uneven. You can see his head there, but that's fine with me because that's the way the old toy was and the way the cartoon was as well. And you can angle this cannon. You can angle it upwards, back, kind of just whatever you want to do with it. As far as the vehicle mode, though, it's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. It's just like any other car, really. Or car, tank, whatever. It just kind of sits there and rolls. So let's jump into the transformation. It's pretty simple transformation, actually. The first thing that you want to do is bring this back. Second thing you want to do is unpeg this, and then fold these, what become his arms, outwards. You can go ahead and fold the arms down, actually, just like that. And you come here and you unpeg, just like so, and then you bring this assembly up. It's just that one big hinge. Bring it up. There's a hole there, and a hole there, tab there, and a tab there. Tab that all into place. And here on the shoulder inside, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a little hole there, and there's a peg there. Just pop that right in, and that keeps the whole shoulder. It keeps the whole shoulder area in place. Let me angle my camera up just a bit. And then what you want to do is rotate around at the thigh, flip this panel up, bring this back, flip the panel up, and then bring this back, just like that. And and then bring the cannon down. And there's Tankor in his robot mode. Very simple transformation. Not boring, but just simple. I'm okay with that. It's definitely not a bad thing. It makes him a more accessible figure, which I'm okay with. And it's less frustrating than some deluxe class figures can be. So yeah, very simple transformation, but still pretty cool. Now, let me just get straight to the size comparison on this guy. Here he is next to Deluxe Class Thundercracker, the Classics Seeker mold. He's short. He's really short. He's got a lot of width and bulk to him, but not as much as he did in his vehicle mode. He's a bit short. He goes up to maybe Thundercracker's shoulder. This cannon makes him a little bit taller, but it doesn't help a whole lot. So he's really squat. He's very squat. He's wide. He's a heavy set but short figure. But I'm okay with that. He looks like Tankor. This is a very good Tankor figure. I like it. It's just a little bit smaller than I had expected in his robot mode. But it's still not that bad. He makes up for it in detail and posability and everything like that. Speaking of which, let's get to the articulation. His arms can go forwards and backwards, out and in. You can also angle these shoulder pads however you want. I kind of usually just leave them out like that. Bends at the elbow, rotates at the elbow, bends further down on the elbow, and then he has these spinny things on his arms, but they don't do anything. You can just open up his claws manually. Those don't actually do anything. They're not supposed to either. They are there for looks. On both sides. The head can rotate side to side. That is it. The waist, there's nothing because it's all molded together. But the legs can go forwards and backwards, out and in, rotate at the thigh, and then bend at the knee. And there's a little bit of posability in the foot due to the transformation. And then this cannon, of course, just like the tank mode, you can move it all around and whatever you want to do with that. So there is his posability, his articulation. Sorry, there we go. I was at a loss for words. But let's get a close-up of this guy so we can show off some of the, what I think are really good detailings on him. So the things Tankor lacks because of his simplicity and size, his shortness, he makes up for tremendously with detail. Here in his shoulders, you got the nice yellow on the blue shoulder pads, the silver painted there on the upper, the bicep, the red in there on his missile, the yellow on his head, the silver on like his mouth plate. That's very, very, very faint light piping. It's just barely translucent red plastic. You need a really bright light behind it to kind of get that effect. You have the Viacon logo right there, the gray there, yellow bits, just the blue painted on, the red there, the gray. It's just, he's got a good amount of paint apps for a deluxe class figure. And he's got a lot of molded detailing there. He's got like all the little lines, the little, just everything. He's got lots of nice little details, and I appreciate that. And though he is a very simple figure, he does have some good detailing, and he's a fun figure. He's very fun. That's a good word to sum up what he is. He's a fun, cool figure. However, that really is about it for Tankor. Like I said, he's very simple, so there's not a whole lot to cover in this review. Do I recommend picking him up? Most definitely, especially if you're a fan of the whole Beast era. I'm more of a G1 fan, but I still love that era as well. This is a great figure, and yeah, if you see him, he's definitely worth picking up. He's fun. He's a very fun figure. Cool details. I like his vehicle mode and his robot mode. So yeah, that's about it though for this guy. That has been my review of Deluxe Class Tankor. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next review.